everyone and welcome to my Iggy Buzz talk. My name's Kyle Worrall and today I'll be discussing my research into procedural music systems for video games and something I like to call the hybrid music system. Firstly, before we begin, please do feel free to contact me if anything I discuss today does interest you. So, current nonlinear integration practices are typically considered to be adaptive or interactive, and they typically make use of one of two approaches. The first is a transitional approach, whereby separate tracks are used for different situations in a game and they are transitioned between in real time to match the game state or the situation. The second approach generally used is the parallel approach, whereby multiple tracks or stems are playing at the same time but they are mixed in real time in order to match the situation or the intensity of gameplay. Currently, some procedural music systems are used in the video games industry, and they are typically used in order to combat the issues of repetition or response time. An example of a procedural music system used in a game is the dynamic percussion system used in Rise of the Tomb Raider. This system generates percussion on a beat-by-beat basis to match intensity, while syncing with pre-composed orchestration. A second system used is Pulse from No Man's Sky. Pulse knits together small segments of pre-recorded assets in order to generate a different soundtrack every time you play. So why this subject? Well, most games use adaptive or interactive systems, and unfortunately many consider procedural music systems to be an alternative to composers instead of an augmenting tool. And typically this is because the barrier for entry for a procedural music system is fairly high, requiring a proprietary engine, which usually puts it at the forefront of the selling point for the game. And typically, procedurally generated lead or melodic content is typically not expressively satisfying to a listener. So, the HMS is aimed at being a compositional tool that works as both a standalone piece of software or works when integrated with UE4. And this tool will take input MIDI, learn compositional behaviours and generate music in that style, and it will also be able to apply expression, audio processing and generative techniques in real time. By real time I mean as a standalone tool, so you could input the music, wait a few seconds and hear music of a similar style, and this could help your creative flow. Or in real time in the game, so in an indie title, as the game is played it could generate music to match. Thank you for listening, and I hope to tell you more about this in the future. Please do contact me if you're interested in any of these ideas.